It's a good day for a victory lap. So let's take one, huh? Got a couple of things to be happy about here. We're gonna dive right into it. I'm gonna try to keep these nice and tidy. So check it out. This is coming to us from the Reload. Heller beats back another DC gun ban. Well, you'd be forgiven for not knowing who Heller is, but he's got a little bit of history. This guy loves going to court against the federal government. And I love that he loves to do that because he's actually really good at it, all right? I'll let you read this. I'm going to have the link in the description. But what it boils down to is this man is not putting up with, he apparently lives upon the land known as Washington, D.C., which as you may know is actually federal territory. To my understanding, you don't actually have your normal spread of rights hanging out in D.C. because it's not a state. It's actually the United States. Like when we're talking about the United States, that's D.C. and different federal territories. But in any event, however it's working out, this guy's having great success. So in this situation, they were trying to ban what they wanted to call, and they just make up these terms, like assault weapon, right? I mean, what? As opposed to what? I guess you can have a defense weapon, sure, but I mean, generally that's it's for assaulting or it's for defending, and I mean, in a way, a defense is a type of assault, right? It's a defensive assault. Ridiculous. Anyway, so they make up stuff like ghost gun, but then you have to define it, and that's the thing is he's holding these people's feet to the fire. They can never put up with having to have their stuff really clearly defined. Like we talk about, well, we don't. People talk about white privilege. Did anyone ever want to pin down that whole white part? I mean, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about the skin? Because I've yet to meet someone who's actually white. Even albinos have an interesting amount of pink to them. So if we're talking descriptive, never met a white man. But if we mean that in some sort of euphemism, well, then what are we talking about? Are we talking about you have ancestry that traces back to countries like Ireland and England? What are the limits on that? Is Greek white? I mean, see what I mean? Like if you make these people pin it down, define white, it's going to get awful messy. So same thing here with ghost gun and assault weapon and all of that. So this Heller fella held their feet to the fire, wanted them to really define, what are you talking about ghost gun? And what they wanted, ultimately what they were after, is they wanted to make it so that people could not make things that they would consider firearms in their own home or on their own property, right? And so what this man says, and you go ahead and you read it and you'll see, he says it flat out. He's like, we can't have that because I can make anything I want, right? He says here at the bottom of this particular article, a person can build what they want in their garage, a boat, furniture, a car, firearm, airplane, anything else, okay? And what I really love, because he's absolutely right, it's called property. You make it, it's yours. You might call it a firearm, but go blow it out of your ear. I mean, that's your definition for the stuff that y'all make. I made this, I'm going to call it what I want, and it's my property, and that's the end of it. They were trying to make it so that couldn't happen. This man put a dead stop to it, and you best believe if he was able to stop it in D.C., if the powers that be try this in other places, right, in the states of the union, look, he just gave you a blueprint for how to do it, really, how to shut that nonsense down, right? But what I really love, and this is how I knew that he was one of my people and someone to pay attention to, and it's really why I'm bringing this to your attention. He says, city council members and legislators everywhere need to be held liable personally for these infringements. This man's not talking about suing the police department or suing the state. This man, he couldn't have been more specific. He's talking about taking the men and women that like to act as city council members, various members of government. They like to act. You wanted to be a servant, right? Well, I'm going to hold you liable when you do things that don't fit your role as a servant, such as telling me what I can and can't make in my own home. So he knows what time it is. You come after these people personally. We want to sue the police department to get money out of what? The taxpayers. No, you want the man acting as a police officer who did something he shouldn't have done. Same thing. You don't want to sue the governor. You want to sue the man or woman acting as governor. This guy's got it. check out Heller. I mean, this is really just, it's a tremendous victory and something for us to celebrate. And I bring it to your attention because, like I've been saying, any issue that you've got that you care about, boy, knowledge of law is really going to help you, get that sorted out and maybe even bring justice to a lot of people. The action that you take. This man Heller has done something that is going to really be usable as a defense for a lot of people for their own private rights. Anyway, check him out. Check the case out. Good stuff. Once again, this is a perfect example of why you need to learn this kind of stuff. Now I'm going to give you a short one of my own here just because I got to take my own personal victory lap because I'm just so happy that this happened, right? So real quick here, what we have is a claim that was sent to someone. And as you can see, this claim is all about a photo. Okay, a photo was used, and this lawyer, this bar member, got a hold of us and said, hey, that photo, that's our photo. We've got the rights to it. So we're placing a claim. We claim that you now owe us for using that without permission. Okay, fine. That all by itself isn't really an issue. I can tell you right now, had it been a living man or woman saying, hey, look, that photo's my property. I mean, I did the work to create it. So, I want you to pay me for the use. They would have gotten their money without too much trouble. But this is a lawyer, acting on behalf of an artificial person here, Minden, whatever. So this is what they got, Those of you that have been watching some of my other videos, you've seen this sort of thing before. It bears a quick review. Sent them a notice. I mean, look at this. This is one-page lawful paperwork. I'm not citing any laws or the Constitution or any going on about rights or any of that stuff. That's all arguing. I'm not arguing. You take a look at this. I'm a man known as Logan. I wish to establish written contact with the man or woman making the claim. Now, I'm not looking to threaten them. I want to do this honorably and in good faith. I'm trying to sort this out with you. I require proof of claim. You've made a claim? Great. I require proof. I shall agree. I'm telling you now that I'm going to agree to make remedy for any verified claim of harm, injury, or loss to any man or woman. Verified, meaning you've got to actually show how it's true. You don't just get to say it. Because I know how lawyers like to work. Lawyer and liar, they sound a lot similar for a reason, right? I mean, that's the universe trying to reveal something to you. I await your reply within 15 days because obviously I have to get them a time limit or, this could go on forever, right? I gave them this address that they can use. I affirm all herein to be true. I mean, look, this is really simple. I mean, look at this. There's nothing to it. That SSS stands for signed, sealed, sworn. We're signing on the dotted line, baby. Nice and simple. That's what I sent them. And you know what? I never heard back. I sent them a second one, of course, basically saying, hey, I sent you a notice. Did you not get it? I'm trying to reach you. You got this claim. I want to get to the bottom of it. Never heard back from them. So then I sent the third one, and this is the third one, just tidying the whole thing up. I mean, if you go back and look at this original claim, they're talking about we want $2,000 and this and that. I mean, they were real authoritative. They got all silent when they got that first notice. So I tidied it up with this one. Listen. I've tried to reach out to you honorably about this claim. You haven't gotten back to me. I'm going to give you 30 days now. But if I don't get a reply within 30 days, the claim is discharged, not dismissed. Because if I've dismissed you, I might call you back. Discharged, right? Like if a charged particle loses its charge, that's it. It lost its charge. It's gone. I mean, you might be able to give it another one, but it won't be the same charge. That charge is gone. It's been expended. The claim will be discharged with prejudice, meaning you're not coming back in a year and being like, oh yeah, I lost the document, but I found it now. No, this is your shot, buddy. You got a problem, reach out to me. We'll figure it out. You need more time? Communicate with me. But your silence, you're consenting to this agreement, this arrangement that's being put forth right here in my third notice. And so the door on that has closed. So it cost me, I don't know, maybe $9 to make that $2,000 claim go away, because I had to pay postage and certified and all that other stuff. And so, once again, a beautiful victory, nice and easy. Y'all need to learn this stuff. When people come after your scalp, you can send them packing. You can help out friends and family. It's beautiful stuff. I hope that little victory lap was as enjoyable for you as it was for me. I think it's always nice to see good people get over on lawyers and the system and so on and so forth. So, without further ado, I hope y'all are inspired. I hope y'all are empowered. Have a blessed day or night.